You are live. Hello, 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 y'all. Let me know if you can hear me and so I can make sure that it's not an echo. Um, yeah. Hey. Yay! So I'm so excited to be back on this fabulous Friday. But guess what? It is Financial Friday. So, okay, cool. It's working. Awesome. Okay, so let me know if you can hear me. Throw me some signs. I don't really know if I can see the comments right, but throw me so hey, okay, hey Jadrian. Okay, great. So let me know if you can hear me so I can make sure that you can or adjust, make sure there's not an echo or anything like that. So excited to be on here again. It is Financial Friday. So it's time to grab some knowledge. Woo! So if you don't know who I am, you can see it on the little thingy down there. I am Miss T Black. I am literally your number one fan at whatever you are doing. I really love rooting for people and I want to see people succeed in whatever their endeavor is. And today I want to land on y'all, leave him alone, some Financial Friday. So I am also the proud founder of Achieving Total Health with T, where we focus on what's good, Jacob. We really have a huge focus on people, the holistic self. And one of those areas is relationships, physical health, mental, and also financial. So that's what we're going to speak on and talk about today. So feel free to take notes, number one. But number two, also really just have an open mind because we're going to talk that money talk today. We're going to talk your money. So let's dive right in. Okay. So there are a lot of challenges that we face day in and day out. Okay. Just walking, talking, breathing, being humans, and especially living in America, there are several financial challenges that we face. But listen, they're not all bad. Some things, if you learn how to get on the right side of them, then you can actually have success and turn those challenges or weaknesses into your strengths and use them to gain the leverage and the finances and how you want them. Okay. When you really think about it, people who are successful, they've either leveraged other people at some point or still do, or they have literally found like loopholes and ways to get where they are. And guess what? There's always clues along the way to getting there. So if you just follow those breadcrumbs and follow what the real successful people are doing where you want to be, then you'll get there. Okay. So today, our challenges that I want to touch on and I want you to start to really think about are boom, boom, boom. You ready? Write these things down. Number one are taxes. Number two are credit and debt. Number three is big business. Woo! And number four is inflation. All right. So when we talk about, I'm going to start with inflation actually, because when we talk about inflation, that's what we like to call the silent income killer. It's that thing where the cost of goods and services all around you are always on the rise. But the only thing that doesn't seem to keep up with that are your money, your income, your paychecks, whatever things you're using and your means for funding your lifestyle. Hey, Angie, thanks for tuning in. Hi, Gwendolyn, thanks for tuning in. So those are the things that aren't keeping up. But you notice that just like right now, right? We're just now coming out of a pandemic. Things are starting to open back up. But I've also noticed that the cost of gas now is starting to go up again. Because for a moment, Layla, for a moment, the cost of gas was all the way down. Why? Why? Because people weren't traveling. We were supposed to be indoors. We were supposed to stay in. But business owners still had to find a way to try to make something off of people that were still having to go out. They had to find a way because they were just losing. So, of course, what did they do? Lower the prices. But now that things are opening back up, the prices are going to skyrocket and get even higher because they have to make up for what they lost during this pandemic. So inflation is that big word where it's like you don't even realize it's happening around you. All you know is you need what's out there. You need what they have. You need essential things. And if they keep rising and the money that you have coming in isn't keeping up with the prices going up, you don't have any choice but to either not get it or still get it. Because at the end of the day, if it's a need, you're going to want for it and really need it. Okay. So that's number one. Number two, guys, are taxes. So when I talk taxes, I'm talking about federal, state, local, capital gains, property tax. I mean, look, the list goes on. Any and everything possible that you can be taxed on, you're going to get taxed on because that's how our government makes money. And that's why a third of your check, before you even get it, before you get to touch it, before you get to decide what you want to do with it, before you even know how much you have coming in, boom, the government has their hands on your money and they're taking it from the beginning. And it's all because, wait, what? And it's all because the Adrian. And it's all because you're not aware that you can change those things and actually have your tax bracket change so that you're not overpaying and constantly paying the government first off, okay? So that's the thing. You can change some of these financial challenges, but you just have to learn how to get on the right side of it and actually utilize the solutions that we have, okay? So when you overpay a third of your taxes to the government, it kind of forces you to go into our next financial challenge, which is credit and debt. So think about it. If you have a gross income and a net income, and what's in between you're constantly paying in taxes, then what do you have left over? You just have your net to live off of. But a lot of the issues are that people budget based off of their gross income, not what they're actually bringing home. So to make up the difference, it forces you to start using credit cards, and ultimately funding a lifestyle that you can't even afford. So that's what it means to like get a car finance. Stop making me laugh. Getting a car finance, getting a home, like getting a 30-year mortgage. These are things that we can't ultimately afford right now in the now. That's why we don't mind paying all the interest that comes along with funding a lifestyle that you can't afford to pay off in the now. So that's why credit and debt becomes a huge financial challenge, because credit is actually that gateway that leads to debt, and debt is that gateway that leads you right into poverty. Because when you think about it, it's like quicksand. When you're in debt, you just keep sinking further into it, not knowing how to actually get out or climb your way out. So it gets really difficult and things start to weigh on you. Okay? So guess what? This forces you into that next financial challenge, okay? So you had a third already going to the government. You have a third already going to credit and debt, paying that off or trying to. And then your last third of your paycheck goes to what we like to call and consider big business. Guys, big business comes through the door, stomps around big and bad, and takes the last third of your money. Mama? Yes, sir. No. Yes, sir, you can. So when big business comes stomping through the door, guys, it forces you, in a sense, I don't want to say forces, but it kind of forces you to give your money away, because every time you see an advertisement, hear something on a radio, watch a commercial, see a billboard, you're being advertised by design to get you to spend the last third of your money. I'm not going to dive into every single holiday that we have in the year because we have one every single month. But the point is, why is that? Like, when you really truly sit back and think about it, I can recall when stores weren't open on Sundays, and if they were, they closed at 6 p.m. I can recall a time when Thanksgiving was reserved for us to simply have Thanksgiving, spend time with our family, and that was it. We didn't go rushing out to go shopping Thanksgiving night. We didn't go to Black Friday. Like, it was there, but it was a couple of sales. It wasn't as big as it is today where you go wait in line. We didn't have Cyber Monday, but think about it. Think about it. It's by design because every other business or supermarkets, to be exact, were benefiting off of Thanksgiving, right? So big business and all the other major stores were like, hold on now. We have to find a way to make some money too. So let's create Cyber Monday. Let's do all these huge sales and make it a big ordeal to go out on a Thursday and a Friday after you spend time with your family to spend the last third of your check. So when I say design, and you keep hearing me say that, it's because I want you to realize that it's not, these challenges aren't necessarily your fault. You not knowing it is not your fault because it's been hidden in plain sight. But if you don't know what to look for, you keep paying into the system. But it's all designed for this purpose, for you to pay into it so the wealthy can stay wealthy and the people who are constantly paying into it will stay right where they're at. Because just like they have a role to take our money, our role is to give them their money. But when you get on the right side of money, you can flip the script and then become the person who's receiving versus constantly giving out. You're supposed to be laying down taking a nap. So lay down and take your nap. Thank you. All right. So that moves us right on in to we're giving you solutions to combat all of these challenges that I mentioned to you. Because I personally am tired of hearing statistics like 70% of Americans being so buried in debt that they don't have more than $5,000 to retire on by the age of 65. That's ridiculous. It's time to change some things. So that's why I get on here, so I can help people to open their eyes and start to see how they can turn some things around and totally change their financial situation. Okay? So guess what? There are solutions to these challenges that we have. And solution number one, it's so important. It's actually cash flow management. That's what we call cash flow management. That's where we shift the income that's been shifted away from you back to you because it belongs with you and with your family and in your pocket, okay? Because when you think about it, when you minimize your debt, you minimize your taxes, you minimize your expenses, and you raise your credit score, what happens? Boom. You have more money staying in your household. You have more money in your pocket. And that's so imperative because you work hard for what you get. So why not keep it within your family? Why not keep it in your household? So a lot of the times people are actually making money and have money, but it's flowing right out the door. It's not staying where it belongs with you because you don't know to take action with some of these solutions. And not actually some of them. Let me correct myself. You need to have all of these in play to take full advantage of getting to where you want to be financially, just like the wealthy are. All of these things have been around for a long time. What I'm going to mention. But if you didn't know them, you didn't know how to play the game for keeps. You didn't know how to utilize them and actually take full advantage so that you can keep your money in your household. So that's number one, okay? Getting that cash flow management right, getting that income shifted back to you so that the money that has been yours from the beginning, you can keep instead of waiting for a refund after a year's time. You know, waiting for that money to come back to you from the government after they've taken it from you, played around with it, spent it, and then they decide to give it back to you when they feel like it. So come on, let's open our minds and think about some things, okay? So the number 2 solution, y'all, is having business income. Biggest business income is so imperative because this right here is where you get that leverage that I was referring about when I talked about inflation. So when I say get on the right side of money, part of it is becoming a business owner so you can have business income. Having business income not only gives you leverage, but that right there is where you have access to unlimited residual income. That's where you have controlled and own income, where you're in control, where you're not paying your money up front to the government. You're actually spending what you make first and then allowing the government to take off the bottom from the back, okay? So this is you taking full advantage of what is before you, okay? This is you truly being in control. And at this stage, you're actually taxed from 0 to anywhere to 23%. See, as a W-2 employee, you're taxed the highest rate of 37%. So that's why it's so important to make that shift, get the money back in our household, and also get that business income coming in. So you're not just being a W-2 employee and having your tax taken off top, okay? So that brings us to our next solution, which is actually my favorite, and it is investment income. Oh my goodness. Woo! I love investment income because this is where your money actually starts to work for you. This is where everyone should be striving to be. Guys, when people say you need multiple streams of income, they don't mean you work 10 different businesses. That does not mean you even work 4 different businesses. That means you build something, you work it, and everything else you do builds for itself where it's hands off. You don't always want to be in endeavors where you're hands on because then you're overexerting yourself everywhere. Get some things where your money starts to work for you instead of you always having to work for it. That's the point. Talk to anyone that has money, anyone wealthy. I guarantee you they're leveraging other people or they have a lot of investments that are moving on their own where they're not constantly having to labor for it, do the calling. They're always specified to certain tasks, and that's it. They're not doing everything because think about it. If you're doing everything, that takes away from your time freedom. And that's the whole purpose of investment income is where you have true time freedom, where you have business residuals and royalties. And royalties are the gift that keeps on giving. You do it one time and the money's still rolling in. This is where you become a true investor and your taxes decrease from 0 to 15%. Yes, 0%. Okay? True time freedom. So that's where I want everyone to be able to take advantage and actually receive those solutions and get to the point where they can live their best life however they want to live it on their terms without ever having to say again or worrying about where the money's going to come from. That's the whole purpose and the point. We want to get you to that level where you can literally just be doing what you want when you want because you want. And that's truly living life. So I want y'all to really start thinking about these investments because that's ultimately the way to fund your future lifestyle, y'all. You're not going to be able to work forever. You're going to get to the point where you don't want to work or your boss is going to fire you because they don't want you anymore because you're too old or they don't like how you look or whatever the case is. Guys, when you think about it, a boss can literally come in with an attitude and decide they don't want you anymore and you're gone. That's how it works when having a job. I never knock jobs, but I'm just telling you to have plan B, C, D, E. Have something else because a job is not stable. Just like a business, nothing is stable. Nothing is guaranteed except the pay that we receive. But nothing is guaranteed, especially a job. Just keep that in mind. Then as long as someone else is running the show, you never know. That's why I'm leaving it. As long as someone else is running the show, you just never know. Okay? And that's life in general anyway. But just know the way to fund your future lifestyle is through investments. Okay? So I want to introduce to y'all this amazing company, y'all, that has truly changed the game. Literally the nation's leading financial solutions company, doing something that no one else is doing, literally wrapping up everything to change the game for you financially through 4 pillars. And they have it given to you literally in a present with a bow on top to help you achieve all of these solutions that I just mentioned, okay? And the company I'm talking about is none other than MWR Financial, Make Wealth Real, okay? That's what it stands for. And they're not just putting it in the name, they're actually doing it. That's what's so crazy about it. This is the one company that has such, amazing ambitions and dreams. Like, I don't even want to call it a dream because they're so close to accomplishing their movement and what we're setting out to do. So one of the goals, y'all, is to eliminate $50 billion in consumer debt. Another goal is to create 10,000 millionaires. Woo! I don't know about y'all, but hello, Miss Millionaire, hello, to create 156-figure earners. Y'all, this is all possible. It's actually happening now. There are so many people. We just had another millionaire ring earner. And we just launched in August 17th last year. So this is possible for anybody to jump behind this movement and get running with it. Because not only is this going to help you and your family get your money right and your finances in order, but it's going to help other people around you in your community, other people who need this knowledge because so many people are hurting and do not have it. We're also creating and generating 100 billion in investment income. Woo, let's go. Let's go. So what we do, we have 4 pillars. Real quick, I'll run through them. We have, under the cash flow management category that I told you about is one of the solutions, we have something called Money Max. And Money Max is where we maximize your money and get it back in your pocket. We give you expert EAs, which are enrolled agents with the IRS. We give you expert CPAs, access to these financial experts that are going to get your money back in your pocket and take care of you making sure your taxes are in order and making sure that you're up to par, with how you claim things from your business, from your job, and making sure your W-2 forms are done correctly or W-4 forms are done correctly, okay? That's Money Max. That's where we get you that instant pay raise from your next paycheck, from your job that you deserve, so you're getting your money up front instead of the following year. We also have Credit Max, where we not only restore your credit, but we rebuild it and we monitor it. So I don't want to say we, because I don't actually do it. I'm not the expert. All I do is expose people and refer people to see how amazing this company is, and I let the experts take over. I'm hands off. I'm not touching your credit score. I'm not getting you money in your pocket. The experts are, okay? So our next one is Equity Max, and that's where we not only get you out of debt in record time, but guess what? We give you a millionaire date. A millionaire date. So the experts, awesome. They're able to get people out of debt in at least a half to a third of the time. So that means those mortgages are getting cut in half. Those car payments are getting cut in half. So many things are happening for people that are literally changing their life and getting them out of that quicksand, getting buried into debt, and getting themselves pulled out in record time. And then our last category is, boom, again, investment income, and this is our Wealth Max strategy. This is where you get to participate and take full advantage of land banking. And this is the investment income I was telling y'all about. Land banking, where you're able to purchase land in the path of growth. I mean, something is over here. Things are getting built up around it, but it's your land, but somebody else needs it. So they're coming to you, buying from you because it's your land. And how much do you think something like a Walmart would pay you to have your land because they want it? Think about it. That's land banking. Then we also have what's called a private reserve account, or PRA. That's where you become your own bank. That's where you take charge and you are no longer the borrower. You are the lender of you. So it is literally bank of you. Woo! That's very, 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 very powerful. So you get to stop giving that third away to the banks because you become your own bank. Hey, so I don't know who else is not excited about that, but you should be. Because again, when I talk about Wealth Max and I talk about investment income, that is where the freedom comes. That is where you take charge of you and your life, y'all. And that's very, 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 very powerful. So another amazing thing that MWR Financial actually does is, remember that big business income I was telling you about? They give you the opportunity to partner with them, similar like a franchise or a McDonald's franchise, but a whole lot less. For something so small to have a whole business of your own and be able to take part in that whole Financial Edge membership in all the 4 pillars. So they allow you to partner and have a business income, especially if you don't have one, or maybe you are a business owner, but you don't have a home-based business. Because see, what some people don't realize, they're like, okay, I'm a business owner already, so I get it. But if you don't have a home-based business, you're still missing out on a whole lot of write-offs that you don't get, or you're not able to write off because you don't have the home-based portion of it. See, home-based means I can take my business anywhere. I don't have a building sitting here where I have to operate out of it. I can go on a trip and travel and still be conducting business. So there are more write-offs that you get from having a home-based business versus just, a standalone, okay? So they actually give you the opportunity to partner with them and have something like an MWR franchise so that you can take part in having that business income, y'all. And it's for something so small, $228.97 one time and $119 a month. Guys, I know to have the Wyndham name on your hotel, house, whatever you want it on, to bring people in, it's $250,000 a month. Now this ain't no Wyndham, but we get paid 10 different ways, making a whole lot. Presidential bonuses, daily guaranteed pay, multiple ways we're getting paid, and all we have to spend is use and invest is something that tiny to make it right back. Guys, the Money Max strategy alone, the instant pay raise, covers the cost of you having a business. This is all laid out and planned out for you to succeed. That's what I love the most. This is for you to succeed. And it's planned out. It's a whole blueprint to it. And if you just simply follow the path, you can't help but to win. Not only that, the company guarantees your success. So 2 things this company guarantees. We get guaranteed pay, meaning as we hit different levels, our guaranteed pay goes up. And it ranges anywhere from $5 a day to $1,000 a day. $1,000 a day in guaranteed pay, meaning when we get there, the money is going to continue to come whether we work the business or not. That's a guarantee. And that, my friend, is what guaranteed pay is. Never heard it from any or seen it for any other company. The other thing they guarantee is your success. If you follow the plan of action and you utilize every strategy that I mentioned before, each pillar, and the company cannot gain you more money or save you more money, you within your first 30 days, you get a full refund. That's insane. I have never heard of any company giving guarantees like this. So, some of you might be saying, okay, T, woo, I know I need the financial experts, okay? I know I need the financial experts. I need somebody working on my behalf. If that's you and you need the membership, the 4 pillars that I mentioned, guys, that's only $79.97 a month. You cannot get expert CPAs for that price. I'm just saying, they charging at least minimum $200 an hour. But here you get all the experts. You get the money max. You get the credit max. You get the equity max. You get the wealth max where you can grow and save your money hands off. Financial experts for $79.97. So if you're saying, T, okay, I need the experts. I have a business. I don't want the business, blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is. I need that membership. I need my credit fix. I need to get out of debt. Then all I want you to do is text me a 2 to this number that you see right here. Text 2. That's all you have to do. I'll respond and get you connected to our experts. Now, some of you are saying, see, I need everything. I need the business because I need a business income, but I also need those strategies. So you get everything together. You get the strategies and the business and the guarantee and the pay. Then I want you to text a 1 to this number right here. 323-380-8180. Text a 1. You're ready. A 1. I'm all in. I'm ready to go. I need the financial help. I need the business. Okay? For everyone else that says, okay, I'm good. I don't want to make any more money in life. I'm good. I don't need y'all's help or your financial, guidance. Fine. To each its own. Everybody has their own plan of action for their life. Everybody has their own thing they're doing. That's fine. All I ask you to do is refer someone that you know who does need financial guidance. Someone, that does need their credit fixed or to get out of debt in record time. Or better yet, someone that could utilize more money. And that's a lot of people. That's all I ask. Just share someone who needs this and needs this. Just because you feel like you don't, that doesn't mean you should feel like you should be selfish and not help somebody else. Okay? So, with that being said, y'all, I hope you enjoyed today's rendition of Financial Friday. I just wanted to give y'all some of those tips, let you know what's going on around us, but also give you solutions to change your situation and break that bondage of that financial bondage and get off of that merry-go-round of constantly going round and round and round we go, struggling financially. Because you deserve better, don't you? Your kids deserve better, don't they? Like, we all deserve to have what we want when we want. And not just what we want, better yet, to help other people. Because a lot of the times, people don't help people because they don't have it themselves to help. So let's get ourselves together. Let's get our communities together and let's build. Y'all, it's time out for the nonsense. It's winning season. It's winning season. So I hope y'all have a blessed afternoon. I hope y'all continue to have a fabulous day and a fabulous weekend. Enjoy, and it's been a pleasure. But also feel free, you can always inbox me about anything. The kids are up and they're playing again, and they're about to get it. So I love y'all, and remember, I'm really, truly rooting for your success in whatever, hey Nelly, in whatever your endeavor is. So I'm on the live. I do kind of want to shout some people out and read some of these comments. But I don't want to take too long. But I appreciate everyone who hopped on. Manny, Ken, what's up? Sean, Dave, Deadrian, my love, my sis. Sean Wallace is too on here. Loretta, I appreciate all y'all. So Chantrell, Angie, Jacob. So I appreciate all of y'all. And I want y'all to really, really take care and be safe out there too, y'all. Be safe. Okay. I'm really, truly rooting for y'all. I'm your number one friend, number one fan, T Black. Okay. Mwah.
Mama.
Yes, sir. Oh, see, that's what the live do. Have a good one, y'all.